How do you think David Stearns balances bringing back pieces from that team that gelled so well together versus just purely business, remove all the emotions, all of the stuff from last year? How do you balance that as David Stearns?
It's really tricky.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of conversations this week just amongst ourselves, media types, about the tightrope walk you have to make if you are David Stearns, because there are a lot of pieces that are probably not coming back from that clubhouse. And part of what made them so successful, to your point, is the the chemistry and the clubhouse vibe and the way they pushed each other. I have never seen a group as close and as tight knit as that one was. So I think you have to be really careful about removing too many pieces, and that to me is why Sean Mania, if they could find a way, seems like such a good fit, because his ceiling is obviously very high now. We saw the type of change he made last year. I know he loved his time with the Mets. I know the Mets loved him. He was such a big piece of that culture last year. And when you look at the needs on the field, he fits a need on the field. So again, it's about price and match. When you see what Max Fried got, you wonder if there's a realm in which his price point makes sense for the Mets. But I do think that it is something that has to be considered, that you don't want to remove too much from the clubhouse last year. But at the same time, you are still going to have Lindor. You are still going to have Brandon Nimmo. You are still going to have Edwin Diaz. And probably most importantly, you're going to have Carlos Mendoza and David Stearns. And the tone that those two set at the top last year, and then Lindor really helped to pursue and push forward. I think it's becoming something where whoever you bring in understands there's a standard, and that's got to be met both in how you carry yourself and how you work and how you perform on the field. So it's not a real clear answer that I gave you. I think you got to be careful, but I also don't think that at the end of the day, David's going to put so much stock into it that they bring back Iglesias and Winker if they don't feel like they're a fit. You know what I mean?